Ba-da-da-da-ba-da. There we go. Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's, tonight's, this afternoon's, this morning's, wherever you are in the world and watched this stream. To say that I am excited for today might be a little bit of an understatement. I'm really looking forward to showcase and work with today's instrument, namely Eduardo Tarilontes' Dark Era, released today through Best Service. And first of all, coffee. And before we forget, like last time, switch over to this view. So, hi everybody. Please use the chat functionality. We should be live on Twitch and YouTube. And the chat overlay should actually display everything that we have going on here. Looks like it's working. So yeah, tell me where you're from. Just leave a comment and a bunch of few things before we jump into the actual library. Like the last time we did a stream, there will be a giveaway for the actual library. So you can win Dark Era today if you leave only one comment at this link. So I'm posting that here. I will post that every now and then in between. You can easily also just head over to the CWVI Facebook page. If you're following this channel, you should actually know where that is. But you can also find the link to the Facebook page in the description below the video. I hope so that you can actually find it there. Yeah, it's there. So where are you guys from? Russia, Ireland, Hamburg, Istanbul, Algeria. Well, that's great. Worldwide. I love that. South Africa. Cool. Israel. So, guys, we take a look at the very first what can I say? The very first library that actually has my initials. I love that. Eduardo, bear with me. I don't want to embarrass you. So, no, obviously it's Dark Era and not my name. But still, it always brings a smile to my face when I open up the interface. And I haven't done that so long. I just got the library like 2 days ago. So, I did a little demo with it to have a play before the actual stream. Oh, keep them coming, guys. Netherlands, Texas, Denmark, Portugal, Norway, Dresden. Well, I love it. Las Vegas, Scott. Hey, nice to see you. How you doing? So Tel Aviv is there. That is awesome. So without further ado, let's jump straight in now. We have, the only thing that's left for me to do, I want to leave the link in the Twitch chat as well, which is currently not working for me as I wanted to. But give me a second. So I think I just need to open up the Twitch window there, and then I should have that link as well. I had that said last time. I think I need someone to take care of the social media side of things when I'm doing the streams. I actually want to just write music and do stuff and things like that. And but nevertheless, I think I just need to wait for the ad on Twitch to finish before I can jump into the chat. There we go. Okay, guys. So leave only one comment at this link that I'm just posting into the chat. This is the official post for today's stream. And at the end of the stream, we will do a raffle and a giveaway of one copy of Dark Era for the lucky winner. You will I'm using this page here, which is random command pick, which is pretty cool. So we can just look up the post, and already 15 comments there. So keep it coming, guys. One of you lucky guys will be the winner of Dark Era. Without further ado, let's jump straight in. We have, let's start from the beginning. So Dark Era is an instrument that works on the Best Services engine, so engine player. And by the way, let me know if there are any. Oh, we are pretty much on the bright side today, so that should be better. Yeah, it's actually the first day of sun since California was at the edge of extinction because with all the rain going on. We are good now. I'm keep on talking too much. So as I said, it comes with Best Services engine, free sample player, and the library is Dark Era. Let's just load up the first instrument and look into it. And actually, let's take care of the volume. I don't want to blow your speakers, guys, so be careful. Let me close this so I can see the stream window. Is there... okay, I try to follow along with your commands and doing some stuff here with the library. So if I, for whatever reason, overread one of your commands that you feel necessary to be answered, just post it again if I haven't reacted after quite a while. So bear with me there. Watching from Uruguay, awesome. Can you do a video on how to mix and master your tracks? I can wholeheartedly recommend the link that is below the video where you can see I want to learn orchestral mixing. There's a link that you can click, which is, in my opinion, the best thing you can get right now to step up your game in terms of mixing and mastering. So, everything all right for me? Yes, it is. So, yep, already recommended Cinesample's Voices of War. So, back to topic. Eduardo Tarilontes. I met him at NAMM show. He is just the sweetest guy there ever is, and one of my favorite developers. I'm glad that I can call him a friend. And he did it again. That's all I can say. I may be biased because I just freaking love his libraries. But even if I were not biased and just looking from a composer perspective, he just has top-notch stuff, and Dark Era is no exception there. Quite the contrary, it's just as great as its predecessors, and if not even better. But let's just take a look and a listen to what we have here. Overall, we have instruments, percussion, strings, wind. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned that if you're not aware. So Dark Era pretty much covers everything Nordic, Viking, North mythology, and Vardruna is kind of the current sound that this relies to, this Viking music, sometimes meditative, very rhythm and percussion driven, and goes further even into today's pagan metal bands and things like that. It's a very unique and very distinct sound family and sound culture. So Eduardo tried to cover this specific area of sound with Dark Era, just to mention that. So as I've said, percussion, strings, bowed and plucked, wind instruments, bunch of flutes and things like that, which is one of the highlights of the libraries. The usual sound design patches, which in my opinion oftentimes oftentimes his soundscapes are worth alone the buying price, because there's such creativity in cue starters, as I call them. You just load a patch, start something, and you initially have a cue started. And voices again, he always in the latest releases tended to cover a bunch of vocal performances and things like that. We will look into that in detail. The stream might be a little bit longer today because I got some criticism based on the last thing that I sometimes miss to showcase patches and things like that. So we do a dedicated patch walkthrough, try to cover as much as possible to let you listen to it. And afterwards, we're gonna work a little bit with it and do something. I will say that again. Thanks for the comment, Peter. Please only leave one comment in the Facebook post for the raffle. If I later find out that you commented twice, because I can't check that instantly, I can only check that afterwards, you will not be getting the library. One comment per person. Only one entry. You won't raise the chances if you comment twice, because you will just be disqualified. So if you already commented twice, you better head over and delete that. Only one. I post the link once more for your convenience. If you have just tuned in and don't know what this is about, head over to this link and you can win a copy of Dark Era. So, back to topic. We are here. Where are we in terms of entries? Oh, 40 entries already. You guys really want to win this library, and we haven't even played a single note of it yet, right? So, without further ado, let's start. So, we start with the percussion section, one of the biggest ones. And I will just click through. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So with this, by the way, I know from the best service guys that an engine version 3 might be on the way sometime. So there's a lot to be excited about. I know that some people have problems on Mac with engine. I'm on PC. It's working totally fine. I had a track with like 20 instances with no issues at all. Can't say anything about how it's with Mac right now. I think they fixed a bunch of things and it should be running smoothly now. But in any case you got trouble there, please contact Wolfgang at Best Service. He might be able to help you there. And new stuff is coming, definitely. And I jumped through some of the patches here. One thing to mention. I talked with Eduardo about that yesterday. His past libraries tended to be, how do I put that? A little bit drowned in reverb. Eduardo loves reverb, I know that, and I'm quite the same. But for my taste, a lot of his earlier libraries were a little bit too wet for my taste. So I always had to resave all the patches with either less or no reverb at all, so just switched off here. But with this new library, he kind of dialed back a little bit, and when I did the demo track yesterday, I pretty much kept all the reverb settings as they were. So it's really tasteful, it sounds really good, and there was even no need for any third-party or additional reverb in the mixing process, so I just kept the patches as they are. Just as a side note, reverb is turned on for all the walkthrough patches if needed, so for some of the woodwinds I might turn it off just to check it out for how dry it is. But other than that, reverb is on. Bull Roarer. I have actually no idea what this is. Oh, nice. Mine was coming soon. That's a NAMM show panel there. I may have an earlier version. A Bull Roarer sounds a little bit like a Harley going off. Sounds like some kind of, what is it called? Some skin of a drum or something like that, that is of a big drum. So, there's that. Chakara. So... everyone needs more cowbell. It seems it's only cowbell performances, not single hits. Or maybe this yellow area down here is always when you have key switches. Okay, gotcha. First key switch is the single hits. Idlewolf, it's a piece of wood on a string and you swing it around. Okay, thanks so much for the explanation there. You just can't know everything, you just need to know where to look it up. So, now that we know what a bull roarer is, we have a second cowbell here. Horse shoe. And these metallic sounds are very cutting through the mix, so they're recorded pretty dry, and with the reverb on, you can really bring them down on the mix, and they still are very audible. Jawbone. And you can just control the speed. So, nice little rhythm instrument there. Pan medium. So, I can already hear how much stuff you can do with this. Old rusted pan. Seat shaker. And enough round robins to have it not sounding repetitive or machine gun effect. And you can also control the tightness. I never saw that before. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So then we have I skipped that. We have a bunch of different more shakers. Let's take another one. Lots of stuff there. Very, very good stuff in there, shaker wise. Then we have shamanic drum big. Enough selection to have it very to do very different rhythms with it. Shamanic drum small. More cowbell later. Sickle, okay, still only nem. Okay, it sounds like a sword or knife. Then we have sieves. Sieves? I have no idea how that is pronounced. Sieves? Zeeves? Sounds like something shakerish. Skin drum. And the green keys are usually either MIDI loops or performances like rolls, sorry, rolls and things like that. There we go, $259 for the library, or $199 if you already own any other era title from Eduardo, and that is only valid till end of March, I think. So in this case, with the green keys, you have rolls. What is error crossgrade? Error crossgrade means you have any other library already, like error 2, medieval or Celtic error or vocal codecs. If you have any of these libraries, then you can get a discount on the new error, Dark Era. Hey guys, if you tuned in later, welcome to this Dark Era stream. I'll leave the link here in case you haven't commented yet. You can win a copy of the library on this Facebook post. And the only thing that I ask you to do is only comment once. If we find out that you commented more than once, you will not be eligible to win this library. Only one comment per entry. Right now we are at 55 entries. And we still have a good way to go. So, this was the skin drum. And I skipped through a bunch of these. I think there are some more. The cool thing is that the samples are pretty consistent. So with that's a skin snare. Then we have skin tom. Little bell. Small bell 2. Small bell 3. A bunch of small bells. Someone asked for more cowbells. At least we have more small bells. Maybe next time we sample small cowbells. So let's just check out this without the reverb. So this is the square square frame drum. Now we got it. And the green keys again are rolls and flams and little MIDI performances. Then we have square frame drum 2. Three. So a wide assortment of square frame drums. They sound really cool. Oh, we have number 5 as well. So a good way to have variety. Arkenvivo asked, is not working with Contact? No, it is not. It's coming with its own player called Engine, as you can see on the screen here. And this Engine player is for free. So you can download the Engine player when you buy the library. Let me check the stream here right now. Okay, looking good. I hope stream settings are good on your end. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I had it on 360, so that was kind of bad to look at. So, okay. Back to topic. There we go. We were at the percussion section still. Now we have tuned log. Can anybody here recommend a good library with aggressive string spiccatos with little reverb? Most aggressive with the most little reverb is still LA scoring strings. Although Audio Imperial Jaeger is pretty dry as well. Reminds me a little bit of the sound of the Blumen Group stuff with a okay, cool. Next one. How much more percussion? That was one of my favorite patches. I used that in the demo that I did. Timpani Romanum tuned. Damn, if you don't have a sub or if you listen to that on a notebook right now or whatever, or on little speakers, you won't get the feel of this. This thing sounds freaking hilariously amazing. By the way, the yellow keys are usually always key switches. Abel cranking, Abel Vegas cranking the reverb to ridiculous levels on the tympanum is just delicious. Okay, let's try this. Let's raise this insanely up. I think what might even be better is to slam on a black hole. So let's add a black hole there. 51 mix, a little bit of feedback size. We can keep it like that. Nice. That's cool. Getting rid of it for now. Keep the original verb and go on. Then we have the tympanum romanum not tuned, which still makes a great wah drum or something like that. So really good sound there. You should update your YouTube description about your PC. Oh, okay. Thanks for the hint. I will take care of that. Usually, don't I have a link to my... No, I don't. Last link in the YouTube description is composing tutorials online, and there is a page on the top that says tech specs, and there you can read everything about the latest installments of the studio and things like that. So this is covered there. Volta Gosk from writing through Twitch. Thanks for showing the new library. There we go. You're welcome. And let's keep on doing that, showcasing the library and what it comes with. We are still at percussion, but we should be... Yeah, there is the Viking mouth harp is the last thing, also known as Jew harp. So you can see with the yellow keys you can do various key switches. Although I have to be honest, for that kind of patch, I would have wished for more of a single... I think I might have preferred that as a single pitch and have these different key switches laid out at different keys so that you can actually play and change the key, the pitch with the keys down here. That might be more convenient than do a key switch for every articulation. But well, each to his own. Maybe that can be done in an update later on. So hard to make music with just the Dark Era, I think. I don't share that opinion there, so it's very easy to come out. I mean, it's does a dedicated style, so you might be end up writing in that style that the library is aimed at, but for that it's really great. But other than that, the mouth harp is pretty cool and funny and can give a great undertone into kind of any rhythm. Strings. We have both strings with live playing and key switches. So we have... Okay, somebody please tell me how this is pronounced. Sorry, I just killed the mic. I pretty much think Croth or something like that. Then we have the tail harp, big, small with phrases and small. Let's start with the Croth. Okay, so I just watched a short little video that Eduardo sent me on how the key switches actually work. And what this does. So this blue here, long live inconsistency. Before the key switches were yellow, now they are blue. So these change between, you can see that here, 4 beats, 3.5, 3 beats, 2.5, 2 beats, 1.5, 1 beat, and 0.5 beats, and staccato. So, and this corresponds to pretty much this white area here. These are the drone key. Okay, Kruth. Thanks so much. Someone, Kruth, it's called, not Croth. Kruth. So, remember to check the info page if you get lost with key switches. Long live the info page. I think I have a pre-release version of the Dark Era. I haven't downloaded the release today, so I think when you downloaded it, you get all the info on the info page. So I'm sorry for that. So with the key switch down here, you can determine the length of the drone notes. That's 4 beats. Let's check 1 beat. And staccato. So, and then we have the long one, and the blue range up here is pretty much the melody string. If you hold it, it just plays the same length. Let's switch that back to 4 beats. It plays the same as the drone keys, but you can actually play legato in the blue range. And when we put that to like 1.5 beats, and you can play the drones live. And then you can also do a key switch on every repetition of the note. So let's do like to get a little bit more variation. For further info on that, or let's just shortly do a rhythm here. Da, da, da. That sounds like triplets to me. Sorry. So we go with this. So that is, let's start with the basic key switch on C1, actually it is. So, this is the rhythm. Turn that down a little bit. So, and when you now add the different key switches, so we have 4 beats up to staccato up here. So this is a half, 1, 1.5. And I just randomly select some key switches here to go with. So, and then it sounds like this. A little bit more, and maybe we can, I'm not sure if it reacts, if the key switches are directly on the note. So you can hear when it switches to the staccato, we don't even need that. And you can see the key switches changing down here. So, and that way you can get a rhythm. So let's copy this. And then you could theoretically add on the and the drones are very loud right now, so we can bring these down. If I only could play in time. But you get the idea. Oh, let's keep this. And by the way, we have this red and yellow area up here. And these are kind of pre-map rhythms that interchange the key switches here, what we just did manually, but here you have kind of pre-done rhythms. For the drone key, so you could just press down a drone key. So, you get the idea. Cruise, let's hop on to the next one, which would be the Tegel Harper Big. And same principle, you got the drone notes and the legato notes. Nearly killed my coffee here, cheers. So, and theoretically, it should work with the same kind of key switching when I play the MIDI that we just did. And it does. So, drones tempo synced, yeah, they are, because you can dedicate yourself. So the drones itself are just single notes. So that are pretty much the drones, but you can repeat them with the key switches, and since that is MIDI, that means everything is tempo synced. And when you use the pre-done phrases, if we raise the tempo here, so let's put it on 150. So the MIDI that we just did with the drones, and therefore it's tempo synced because it's MIDI, not audio recordings. If you turn it way down, you get so. Then we have the taggle harper, small with phrases. So the green area here should be the phrases. Let's check a few of these. And these are all MIDI phrases, so they're and then obviously you can do that all you say on your cell on your own. So you can hit the drone keys that are take a longer note length here. Instant cue starter. You just hit that thing, play a little bit around with the melodies, put some percussion underneath, and you got some instant feel for it, for some Viking stuff there. So I love that you guys are being busy in the chat and answer question on your own. That is really cool. Thanks so much for saving me time there. So yeah, somebody asked. I think you can read that on the chat anyway. So what the difference between the Celtic music and the Nordic music is, and so it's not so much in the instruments, but more the use of scales and things like that. And some examples of I said that in the beginning of the stream, like Vadruna and Dunheim and all these guys. That, to be honest, before that library came out, I have never heard of these guys, and I checked their music for some research, and it's pretty darn amazing. That's the only thing I can say there. My little tongue is need a glass of wine or something, but it's not 1 o'clock yet. So then we have the Tegus Harper Small without the phrases. And what I have done, usually that never happens. So these, I read about that, these I think in the little tutorial video that Eduardo has done, that the drone strings usually never change during a song, so... But for the sake of the sound of it, I would obviously change them amidst the cue to change the chord and the voicing. And I don't give a damn if that's possible in the natural, real world, and if that actually can be changed. If it just sounds good, it is good. That's my opinion there. So something like that, so that you just change the drone keys to whatever key you are going to need. That is so much for the strings boat. Then we have live playing, cruise, live playing. So it's more like, yeah, for live playing, and you can change the release length, the bow noise, if you need more aggression there. So, then let's jump a little bit further. We have, so the live playing for the Taker Hopper and the Taker Hopper Small should pretty much adjust to the key switching patches we had before. So let's check some of the Plucked patches. Nice sound there. Plucked were we Cologne, Lyra. We have the Lyra Strumped. I used that one in my just for some strumming. You can do some good underlaying drum chord patterns, and it's really enough with these up and down strokes that are velocity sensitive, and these slow strokes up and down in between, and even single notes if you need them. Is there any reverb in your output, or is it straight out of the box? This is the sound straight out of the box. I was talking about the reverb before. In earlier days with earlier libraries, Eduardo tended to drown his instruments in reverb, though they're actually pretty dry. And but this is the first library where I think that he find a really nice blend of tasteful reverb without going overboard with it. So that's the Cologne, Lyra. Then we have the Sutton Hoo, Lyra, strummed as well. And I love that the Cologne Lyra is more in the soprano side of things, and this one is more for the lower. And I'm pretty sure later on when we do something with it, we will combine these to cover the frequency range there. Well, that's cool. Okay, next one, and that is actually a big chunk of the library, are the flutes. So we got bone flute, didgeridoo, double flute, elderwood flute, fujara, horns. I love these. We would check them out. Overtone stuff and pictish pipes. So we just go straight through. As I've said, I got some criticism to not cover the single instruments enough. So let's check them out one by one. And I will actually need to grab me a coffee in a little bit. We need to turn them down a little bit, I guess, because they're pretty spiky. So, for the controls, we will do that once for pretty much all the flutes and woodwinds. We got a vibrato control right now, not sent anywhere, so let's learn this for 2. Then you got vibrato speed and the release note. And for a bunch of flutes, you have different release samples. We will see that when we go through. And let's check the key switches one by one for a moment. So we start off with legato. Next one is with a mordent. Then we have mordent 2. I just go through them. And you always can see here what the actual articulation is. There's some mismapping in the staccato patch there. I think it should be chromatic, but it isn't. That's a whole tone scale there. So that's definitely a bug that's going to be fixed. I love that. Effect sounds. Could you move the engine window? Of course. Sorry, guys. There we go. By the way, let's take a short sneak peek at where we are with commenting on the post. 67 comments. So, in case I haven't mentioned that enough, and for the guys who tuned in later, you have a chance to win this very library that we are talking about right now, Dark Era. So I will leave a link for you. Only one comment per entry person. So if you comment twice, you will be disqualified and have no chance of winning it. So if you did comment twice, I recommend to check again and delete one of these. Because when I later on see that there are 2 comments in there, I will choose a different winner in case you won that because of more comments than one. Anyway, just do 1 comment and then you're good to go. That's what I wanted to say. We quite a while got stuck on this little flute here because there's quite a bunch to show. Deer bone flute. Then we have vulture bone flute effects. It's so crazy. You just play one sound, and initially I have a scene in my head with like a whole troop of Vikings running through the woods with their swords and spears in their hands, chasing some deer. Fast camera movements, and you see the drum rhythm going on underneath, and then just this sound on top. I love inspiring libraries that initially create images in your head. So that's the vulture bone flute. That's awesome. Next one, didgeridoo. Okay, I love me some good didgeridoo. That's a B tuning. So we have all 12 tunings. So that's some nice droning there from the didgeridoo. Then we have effects. So, I mean, the question for me would be, is the didgeridoo actually a Nordic instrument? I was always under the assumption it's coming from Australia, but well, I don't mind because I love me some good loops in here. So also good to layer with some percussion rhythms, instant inspiration there. So loops 90 should be pretty much the same, just a little bit slower. By the way, these are tempo synced, I guess. Let's speed that up to 130 or something. Oh, no, these are not tempo synced. Okay, so these are in 120 and 90, so... No, these are not tempo synced as it seems. Maybe they are in the final version. Or maybe that's the reason why we have 120 and 90. Yeah, so they're not tempo synced. But anyway, so at least we got two choices with 90 and 120. And you can always just do render them to audio and tweak them in your DAW. Let's check the double flute. Yeah, the double flute is kind of with the drone flute and melody flute, so to say. If we had the info panel, we could look at that. But pretty much when you hit one of the green keys, it keeps playing unless you release it. And thanks, America, by the way. Appreciate it. So. Then we have Elderwood flute, effects, loops. These are monotimbral, obviously, so no flute player would do multi-timbral flute playing there. Next one in line. Flute loops, we had these, then we... And this is, for example, where we have different release notes for the single legato lines. So, and that's a slider. So let's just, for the moment, learn that to mod wheel. MIDI learn, actually. So there we go. Why is that not working? MIDI control off. So. These are not different releases. Usually, okay, releases are in the final version. I should have downloaded the released version today, so there are some issues that I have with the beta still. But Abel Vegas can confirm that the releases are there in the final version. One of my favorite flutes in the whole library, the Fujara. That's great stuff. And again, these loops don't seem to be tempo synced. Oh, maybe they are. Yeah, the flute loops are tempo synced. So I'm pretty sure that the didgeridoo is tempo synced in the final version as well. Abel, maybe you can verify that. Are the loops tempo synced? So that's a great selection of loops there in the flutes. Pretty sure that we're going to use that when we build a cue with it. So more loops, and then let's check out the multi-sampled instrument. No, the loops that have the tempo specified in the name are tempo fixed. Everything else is MIDI, including the library folder too, in case you want to further tweak them. I understand what you're saying, but the flute loops that are specified as 120, for example, are tempo synced. So that's not entirely correct, but nevertheless, so it seems that the didgeridoo loops we had before are not tempo synced, but that's not of an issue at all. We just jump straight into the horns. My God. And you can even use these for some great trailer sound design for some Brahms and stuff like that. I freaking love this sound. It's just amazing. That's awesome. So the big horn calls. Then we have Buckerhorn. Buckerhorn. In between, let's check the comments on the... Okay, we are at 76 comments right now, so in case you tuned in later, this is the link where you need to leave one single comment to have a chance to win the very library that we are taking a look at right now. So, we will go back to the horns. War horns. That is some seriously, seriously good stuff. When you hit the key with a big horn call, instantly you feel like the inner Viking in you wants to pillage and kill some citizens. Yes. That is exactly what is happening. Bye, Abel. Was nice having you here. So, okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Long trumpet calls. somehow it appears funny to me to think of a Viking in full armor playing a little trumpet. For whatever reason. But wait. Anyway, so next one will be the shell calls. I think I used these in my demo. Shofar calls. So the war horns and all that stuff, this is really, I mean, this is kind of the definition of Viking, pretty much. And there's so much stuff in there with all the different key switches. Have you played the demo already? No, I haven't played it yet. I will do that when I grab a coffee. Actually, I need to see if it's posted online. I think so. Because somebody mentioned already that he liked the demo, so I assume it's on the page now, either on the service or on SoundCloud. We'll check that while playing the horn here. Or maybe while loading another horn. How about that? White horn calls. Oh, I wanted the calls. So, and then we have that same horn as a multi... That sounds like a soprano saxophone. So, by the way, if you're interested, somebody asked before, by the way, this is the link where you can actually grab it if you want to have it even before we do the giveaway. It's $2.59 when you have no Tarilontes library and $1.99 if you have any older library. So, I will actually take the time to... I will play the demo for a little bit that I did, if I find it. I mean, I could just let it running. There we go. You can take a listen to the demo and I grab a coffee. Thanks so much, guys, for waiting on me. So. Let me catch up. The world upgrade Cubase 9.5 to 10. Yes. Hi from Sweden. Hi from LA. Eduardo is simply the best sampler by far. I think so too, but I may be biased. So where? I played the the demo that I played there. So, thanks for waiting on me. And cheers, guys. Sorry if I just blew your speakers. Foop. Foop. I definitely need a windshield on pop shield there. I actually have one, so I should just install it. Anyway, we've been at the White Horn. That sounds a little bit like Kenny G. The overtone flute, overtone effects. Watch your speakers, they may be loud. So many questions. What studio monitors are you using? I use the Adam Audio TV7, which are dirt cheap and great for small rooms. So what kind of coffee do you drink? Freshly ground Colombian coffee, medium roast, pretty much. Are you actually composing with your headphones? Are they good for mixing, or do you rely on your monitors there? Pretty much both. When I do streams, I do headphones, so I don't have no interference with the speakers, so the speakers are off right now. When I work on my own, sometimes I use headphones, sometimes I use speakers. Depends on the mood and what my wife is doing in the next room, and if I can actually blow the speakers or not. So, I love the mood that these effects create. And they are pretty piercing, which is kind of the nature of these kind of woodwinds. And you get loops again. And these are tempo synced as well, which is cool. So they work in a lot of different contexts. Overtone, we have the loops, we have the flute itself as a multi-sample. And actually, I think maybe I load the release version in between. We will see how far we go. Last in the woodwind section is the Pictish pipes. So kind of a little bit like Julian pipes thing. I can play the drone and reach the key switches. Pictish pipe. No, I didn't say that. So, going on. We went through a bunch of instruments already. How long are we streaming right now? We are live for 1.5 hours already and just had a look at the instruments so far. So, let's speed this up a little bit. Sound design. So, we got a bunch of epic loops. So, to be precise, the blue area is the basic loops and the red area are kind of enhancements for the loop. So there's the basic loop there in different variations. And the red keys are single enhancements. I play them on their own. So when you have the loop running, and then you have a kind of last hit on that orange key there. And you also have like instrumental bass lines or guitar lines. So that's pretty cool. And the concept applies to all following loops. So we won't go through all of these, but just take a listen to a bunch. So that's, I love this kind of this combination thing between these enhancements and the basic loops, so you can easily do overlays and fills, so to say. Obviously, it's better to play them in time. So, someone's asking on Twitch why some of the best service sample libraries use Contact and some use their own engine. What do you think about the best service engine? I personally have no problem with the best service engine. It's working stable. It got everything it needs. The font is a little bit small for my taste. So sometimes you just need a magnifying glass to actually see what's on the screen. But well, nothing is perfect in this world, right? And other than that, I mean, why they have some on Contact, some on Engine, I can't really answer that. You would need to ask the best service guys. But I think the stuff that they do on their own is always on Engine. But anyway, if you want to have further details on that, get in touch with best service. They can answer that better than I can. Going on, so we checked some of the loops. Let's speed this up a little bit. I mean, the concept is clear. There's a bunch of great loops in there. You can combine them. Actually, that's pretty cool. Love that. But overall, the concept is clear. Bunch of loops, epic loops. You can combine them, have different variations. Then we have rhythmic pads. As you can see, there's a ton of stuff in here. And there's a mixer where you can mix all the elements. So this is plain fucking awesome. And you get tons of these. Sometimes they're pretty similar. Are there MIDI patterns like in Forest Kingdom? Not in the same way, I think, as in Forest Kingdom. There is a MIDI library of all the MIDI performances from the instruments. Let me check that for a second. If I only knew where I put the library. That is Dark Era. And, where did I put that on my drives? Dark Era, there we go. And in this folder, you got the MIDI files for the drums, for the different instruments and things like that. Every instrument that utilizes MIDI, you can bring in the MIDI into the DAW, but they're not these kind of cue starters that are in Forest Kingdom 2. This is not included here. So, that was fun times back then when we did these MIDI library for Forest Kingdom. I think it was Eduardo, me, and Russell Bell that did these MIDI loops, and that was fun. Are these soundscapes loops all tonal? Yes. So they react to the key you play them in. Maybe turn the metal down a little bit. So that's pretty cool. Different tempo. Great cue starters, so just hit a note and instantly get some ideas of what it could do. At least for me, that's the case. I instantly get some ideas what I could do with it. Let's check some of the other ones. And you see, I have the fader at -13, so some of these are incredibly, incredibly loud. When you see in the mixer here, you're hitting the red pretty hard. So I would suggest to definitely turn down the volume on these. But nonetheless, you get the idea. Then we have The Hunt. And even if there's just one single element in a cue, you can just turn down all the other ones. I mean, I would have loved to have a mute or solo button on these. Would have been faster. But if you just this flute loop is what I need for the cue that I'm working on. Maybe some horn. Where's the horn? Oh, it's very subtle. Oh, if you say, okay, I just want the pulse. So, would you recommend Era 2 or Celtic Era to go with this one? Well, that really depends on what kind of music you want to do, want to make. If it's more on the medieval side, and more really ancient, medieval, then will be Era 2. If you want to keep it consistent with the Norse mythology, with Celtic and Nordic and things like that, obviously it will be Celtic Era to go with it. So, obviously, as you can see, a lot of these have the same name in their variations, slight different things in between, so we don't need to go through every single loop here. So that's pretty cool. Trail. Then we have War is Coming. Let's check the pulses here. So a bunch of stuff in there, tons of hours of fun, so to say, to check that out. Winter Forest, that's the last one. And you got some flute pad on top. Nice. And last but not least, one of my favorite parts on all Eduardo Tarilontes libraries, and we will just jump through a bunch of these, are the soundscapes. Honestly, every Tarilontes library is worth its price just for the soundscapes alone, especially when you do game scoring and things like that. I used one of the cues from Era Medieval for Eden Tomorrow that just came out. By the way, check it out in the PlayStation VR store if you happen to have a PlayStation VR. Eden Tomorrow just got released. And for one of the cave exploration cues, I used one of the Era Medieval soundscapes. Hit a button, put a loop, Or in this case, I did some percussion stuff underneath and let it ring. Instant gratification. Sometimes fast is good. I love that. Then we have... I'm just jumping down to some of the others. And the cool thing is you can always hear that the pads are derived from the original soundscapes from the library. So you hear the wah horns in there, processed a little bit and things like that. So it really works together extremely well with the single instruments. So that's cool. Last section will be voices. So let's check this out. We have Inuit vocal rhythms, and the green keys are the actual midis. Without the reverb. It's pretty dry. Is that barking? I have actually no idea. I mean, it's you got the different vocal single syllables. So besides the given rhythms, you can totally create your absolute own. Kind of glad that I don't have speakers on right now. My neighbors might be curious. So we got the vocal rhythms, then shamanic invocations. So let's take a look at the list. Shamanic invocations, shouts, throat singing, whisper, shouts, whispers. So that is shamanic invocations. I could do that myself later on with enough whiskey. Shouts. There we go into Viking territory. So with you got the different syllables on the key switches, as you can see here, ha, he, who, hey, hi, hey, oh, oh, etc. Then we have shouts too. Although I feel that they're still all a little bit reduced, not as kind of bolts to the wall, but that might also be a mixing thing to bring them up. And one of my favorite stuff in the library is the throat singing. Is that set to controller? Yeah, that's on mod wheels. So with this you can control the harmonic blend. Do you remember this free VST plugin from like 10 years ago, that VST Monk? That was awesome. I can only grin into myself. I'm so looking into working with that stuff. I already know that I can write a bunch of cues with just these shamanic patches below, with some percussion loops on top, and throw that into some survival TV series that is like instant gratification. It's amazing. It's crazy, as I love this sound. That guy had definitely a lot of whiskey for breakfast. I'm sorry, Omnisphere Library, but we got a clear winner here for throat singing. This shit is playable. Just think of it. It's amazing. You got this kind of drone note that keep ringing, and then you have these different articulations that they can do, and then you also still can harmonically blend the vowel. This is crazy and absolutely adorable. Fantastic job, Eduardo. I love that. This is really, really good. And you can also do like rhythmic stuff with this. That's awesome. So, then last but not least, we have the vocal overtone singing. Okay, this is not connected, so we would need to do that. This is amazing. Whispered shouts. Just slam, keep playing these softly, but slam like waves 76 on top of it and load the in-your-face vocal.
Mo, tro, ho, sho, mu, du, gru. He, the, ha, ra, sha, ha, ba. Ho, mo, ho, tro, ho, mo, he.
We will definitely use these later on. Ha! That's great. Discard. And last but not least, we are, by the way, at the last patch. Last patch is Whispers. Someone asked, are there any hurt calls? I don't think so, and I don't know what that is. Hurting calls. So whatever that is, I don't know it's in there. Maybe it is, and I just don't know. It's named differently, but I don't think so. So, what else is there to say? We will open up the... Where is it? Here is it. I give you like one or two more demo tracks of the library. Pause it. So, there we go again. This pretty much sums up part 1 of the stream today. So we pretty much had a look at every single instrument in there. So how much coffee do you drink? Not enough. And this is going to be the last call for today's raffle or giveaway or whatever you want to call it. So we have this link. Leave one comment on this Facebook post, and only one. If you comment twice or more, you will be disqualified, and we will verify that later on. Only one comment per person. And we will do a raffle with a tool named Random Comment Picker. We can check how many do we have right now. We have 91 unique commenters. And actually, it filters out duplicate entries, so it doesn't help anyway. But as I've said, just one comment. And in a little bit, we are going to announce the lucky winner of this competition or this raffle. Who wins a full copy of Dark Era thanks to best service? And after all this dabbling around and doing stuff, let's actually make some music with it, because that's why you're all here, right? Not for the library or to win anything. No, you want to watch making some music. Let's start with a bit of percussion and lay down something, find a groove that we can get into and then build it from there. So we start with... Do we start with percussion loop, or no? Actually, I want to do something with a square frame drum. God. see how the others sound. Let's go with number 5. So let's find a rhythm first. Too fast, too fast, too fast, too fast. Like 98? What do you say? Something like this. Whoop, volume, where are you? Okay, let's try something. Damn, that was bad. But let's try to not hard quantize it, but just a little bit, and see what it sounds like. Well, that hiccup was actually not as bad as I expected. Let's fix some volumes here, and maybe we keep it as is. Kind of lucky. No, it's better if we put it there. And actually, let's make the last one here a triplet. Yeah, that sounds nice. So we have the first, that is square frame drum. Yeah, that's good for a start. So we save this. Actually, I've not saved it at all yet. Let's call this demo, Dark Era demo. And for this, since I'm using the track instrument, I can only duplicate this whole thing. So I'm not going multi-timbral, I'm going with one engine per instrument. Seems simpler for me to go that route. I love one of the shakers. What was it? No, the Jawbone actually was it, I think. No, that was not the Jawbone. Something in the percussion that I really liked. Chakara? Not the cowbell. Maybe later. Okay, let's go with the seat shaker there. Just keep that for now. should be eighth notes. I had the cycle on, that's why it's so strange there. Yeah, that's fine. So duplicate this. I'm kind of hearing like a low drum there. Dum, dum. I guess I just take the Romanum untuned. So are you still into ethnic Irish music or interested in other genres? No, both. I'm still interested in Irish and ethnic music. I will do a follow-up to Karatakos, to the first album that I did. So, will you private message the winner on Facebook? Yes, I will. Other than last time when we had the Metropolis Arc 4 giveaway, we had the winner get in touch with Orchestral Tools. This time I already have the key for the library, so I can take care of that directly and send the library to the winner. So I want to add like this timpani untuned. That's a nice groove there. Keep that going. Oh, that should be there. So. Yeah, that's better. So we have the timpani untuned. Actually, let's name this untuned. Save. Just want to do fill here. Yeah. So. That's nice. And the shaker can do a little bit more here as well. Yeah. Okay. Keep it tidy a little bit. So we put that into a percussion folder. And let's directly watch the levels. We don't need the input here. We don't need the voiceover. We just need the drums. Yeah, that sounds nice. So, going on. leaving the link here once more. Duplicate this. And I want to do some tonal stuff, maybe some shamanic rhythm, or let's see. Voices. What we are going to do. Actually, let's go with the Inuit vocal rhythms. I actually want to do my own rhythm. So, why don't you put limiter on master first thing in the morning? Because I actually want to have control if I hit the reds or not. So that's why I'm putting the limiter pretty late in the process to make sure I stay below 0. Okay. Let's try something. It changed the ones that I don't want to change, so made a mistake there. First of all, quantize. Actually, I want to have 2 here. I wanted to have this one on this one again. Hi, can you save the video? I'm at university. I will upload or make that public afterwards. Maybe we can do a 16th here. Yeah, like that. Thanks for the for providing the lyrics for this one. So actually what I want to do is kind of squash the hell out of the rhythm there. I don't want to have it too dynamic. So I squeeze the hell out of it with 76. And then turn it down. So we load up the in your face vocal and then turn the volume down. That way we preserve without I mean, obviously it's quieter as well. Let me try to adjust for that. It's just has more grip. Okay, we got the rhythms down there. Let's put this into a vocals folder. I want to bring in some. Let's duplicate this. I want to bring in some boat rhythm stuff. So that means we are going to load the strings and actually let's try the big Tegel harper. And I'm going to program this rhythm. I have no idea what key we finally end up in. I'm starting with A now on this one. I'm starting with the rhythm and do the key switches later. So I have a rhythm in my mind. Da, 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 da. Something like this. A little bit of volume variation, and now what we're going to do is utilize these key switches down here, which determine the length of the note. And the initial attacks sound different on these various key switches, so when we randomly do different key switches, and I always put them before the note, not on the note, because I think then we make sure that it changes on the note. Let's see how that sounds. And see how that sounds without. There's more variation in there. And actually, let's do this. Actually, let's do this. So as you can see, the key switches that I choose here are really, really random. So there's no fixed way of using the key switches. I just want to make sure that the individual notes are utilizing the different length and therefore the different attacks. Again, when you leave them off, it works as well, but not as good. It's just a little bit more variation there, and therefore a little bit more lively, I would say. let's put this a little bit to the right. And then maybe we go with B minor. I could have easily also just utilized this key range, which is kind of randomly does other rhythms, but I like it more with this one. So this is actually rhythm, not rhythm. Rhythm! So, there we go. We keep that on B, and actually now let's duplicate duplicate this, and I want to use one of the flute loops that we had before. I like that. We put that to the left to give it a little bit of a stereo field there. And in the instruments, in the woodwinds, I'm just not sure which one was. Either the Fujara, since we are 98, I think I take the 120 loop. Trying something else here. Or maybe the didgeridoo. Let's see how that sounds. Nice, let's try this. Which one was it? I stick to one loop for now, but the cool thing is that you can utilize different loops. That is actually didgeridoo loop. And when we solo these two... Oh, damn it! The didgeridoo loops were not tempo synced. That is sad. Okay, no didgeridoo here. I need to recheck in the downloaded library, but I think Abel said before that the didgeridoo loops are actually not tempo synced. So, okay, let's try the overtone loops. Maybe turn them down an octave. Come on. And we actually want to have these in B and see how that sounds. The actual pitch will be... I just have no idea why it doesn't sync. Oh, damn it. So what are the options right now? We could either use the didgeridoo and render it to audio and bring it down. Know what? That's what I'm going to do. I just take a basic didgeridoo loop. Okay, let's do this. We take a basic loop. That is C3. On B, and this guy is actually in, should be in 90. And just for the sake of I take another one in case we want to use it later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is export these guys, or better bounce in place. Render in place. Okay, now we have these loops. So I can deactivate the audio or the instrument from that one. Can move that over and actually tell the audio pool that this audio is 90 in musical mode. And there we go. Now we have the loop in 98 when I bring that up to 98. Okay, that works. So now bring that down again. Why is there still the... I don't want the... Okay, that was from the tail hopper. The 76. It's a little bit boomy, so let's take care of that already. With a little bit of EQ. I'm good with just the harmonic information there. Okay, so I might want to have some more variation in the rhythm. I'm thinking of how I can achieve that. Maybe I can turn down the length and therefore give it more attack. Let's see how that sounds. Compared to before. Maybe even more. Yeah, that sounds better. We can bring them even more to the right. Maybe we do some melody on top. That was nice. Gotta keep that. Very simple but effectful. Solo, okay. And together with the rhythm, that actually sounds pretty cool. I like that, honestly. So let's copy that over and see how it all sounds together. how did you save not recorded MIDI? This is, I think every DAW has that feature. So when you hit play and stop it, and then I hit shift and start key, it's like the same as record. It kind of, the last MIDI that you played while it was playing, it keeps in the buffer, and you can re-record or bring that buffer back into the DAW with whatever key command you set for that. So we have and maybe just for the sake of having a change in the second round, that's why I did 2 loops of the didgeridoo. Yeah, it's subtle, but it's a little bit of a change there, so when you listen to it. So just a little bit of a different loop there for the didgeridoo. And also, let's see. Duplicate the Inuit rhythms and bring in some shouts. But I don't want to scream all the way with them. Just on every 1 and 5 or something like that, maybe a hoo. That one's nice. Hey, Brazil here. Hey, LA here. Best wishes to the south. So that's it, just 2 hoes. And just checking which key switch that was. G? No, I think the one. Yes. This one it was. Duplicated. We have the vocals. And they can be a little bit more up front. More. Maybe. A little bit lower. Yes, that's nice. And last but not least, we are going to duplicate this and take some plucked string there. Strings, plucked. Sutton Who Lyra was the low one, I think. There was a low one. Where is it? So maybe the Utrecht. Nope. Then it might have been... Was it the cologne? Move the MIDI note up on the first shout. Oh, yes.
Ho ho, ho ho.
There we go. Okay, now we can do it a little bit softer. Okay, thanks for the tip there. I like that, but there was, I think, didn't we had a strummed low instrument? Did we have that? Can I pitch that down? I like that sound better than the high one, but maybe we take the high one. Let's record something. That was random, but let's try. That's actually a triplet, that's why. So 16th triplets. Does this plugin work the same way as Contact does? Pretty much overall. It's a sampler and it plays back samples. Okay, that was a little bit short. So just make sure that these notes overlap. No overlap. So, and we still can decide if we want to go with a low tuned or with a upper tuned octave. Maybe we go with the up one. So let's bring the pitch back down, back up. Really make it soft. And since then, let's try, since we keep the pitch there, let's try the, oh, come on. Let's try the Cologne Lyra. Yes, I want to load the other one. Lyra strummed. Ah. There we go. Okay. I want to have that a little bit more dry and not with a slamming compressor on top. So that's nice. Let's keep just this stuff for now. And we are going to change this later. Duplicate the shouts here and take some throat singing. Just want to do there. I like the one where I could change the vowel with the mod wheel. That one's great. So let's load that one up. Wow, that is awesome. And just copying this. I mean, we still have no melody or anything, so it's just really some basic chords. Actually, I want to add kind of a soundscape or rhythm or something. Let's see what we have with the rhythmic soundscapes. So we have rhythmic pads. I think trail was pretty nice. We already have a didgeridoo, we don't need that. Let's take everything out. That should be cool. So we have this. That is just some layer underneath. Come on. There we go. So this is, what was the pad called? Trail 3. Rhythmic pad. Trail, please. Ah! My A key is stuck. Okay, thanks so much. Escape. So, once more. There we go. Actually, I want to duplicate the rhythm, the melody here. The melody with another stringed instrument. So let's try the cruise. Let's see, what was the rhythm? Okay, let's duplicate this and put that a little bit to the left. I mean, I could also do the lazy composer variation and just duplicate it. So that is... Let's put the shaman a little bit down, and we don't want the compressor there on top. So we can put it up a little bit again. I want to have this kind of this flute effect. So I'm going to duplicate this, make this blue, actually put this into a strings folder. Strings. And so, and this is woodwinds. Or winds. Put it like this. And so here in the... Come on. Winds, we had these effects flutes that I really loved. Either with a double flute. I think the Elderwood flute effects were great. Oh, it was another one that I had before. I think the Fujara effects. Or maybe it was still another one. Overtone effects. I think, yeah, these were the ones. So, get rid of this and... Okay. That one's great. That one was cool. That fit the bill. So. We're going to repeat the melody here after that, but this time with the Kruth both times. And actually, let's duplicate the effects here and do a flute on top of the melody there. So go with the Elderwood flute and play the melody on top there. better. So I definitely want to have it softer and a little bit to the left. I still need to figure out what the key switches are. So we have overblown. Okay, that's better. Now that's better. There we go. Last one was a mistake there. Don't want the overblown. Okay, let's see what we have. There it is. Oh, actually. We take another one for that one. That should work. And mute the groove here. Actually may try something. Yeah, let's do this. Let's add an audio track. Let's try this. I mean, I'm not really sure if I really want to go like the metal route or something, but at least I want to try something to put on a little bit of guitar underneath. So we are in B minor. That comes through the mic. Nice. Oh, we are in. Okay, let's try something here. Da 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 da. Where is it? My JST. There we go. Just a little bit of rhythm underneath. Bring that down a lot. I might need to change the mic position for a moment to not have all the... Just a tad. There's a lot of noise coming in, but for the sake of what I'm trying to do, it may still work. So I will just turn away a little bit for recording it. Still need to find the rhythm. Something like this. We will... I mean, I'm not a guitarist per se, but it will work for the sake of having something laid out. And since we are a whole time on B minor... I will just double that. That should be enough already. As I've said, I'm no guitarist per se, but good enough to tweak it later on to make it sound decent. So we are going to do this. So we have left and right, left, right. And what I love Cubase really for is the... So actually, let's delete this one and we keep this one and delete this one. So now we have the different takes. Yeah, we have 1 and 2. This is going to the left and this is going to the right, and we actually don't need to hear them anymore. And what I love Cubase for is the ability to quantize audio. So when I do iterative quantize, then that is actually 16th notes that I did here. And then I 1, 2, 3 quantize just a little bit, then it's pretty much in time. And since I played it 2 times, there's enough variation in the rhythm there. I'm going to put these 2 onto their own channel. Add group track. So outside folder, this is going with a little bit of EQ. Let me just put a loop around it. Don't want a whole lot of low end there. So, and last but not least, try to fit them in. I will insert like a little bit of a delay. H delay should do the trick here. Not too much feedback. Just a little bit of movement there for the rhythm. And so what I also want to do is bring in like a kick or something that does a little bit of quarter note, just closing all the windows here that I've opened with error, dark error. And there we go again. So I want to add some kick. So I actually think I'm going to do an audio track. And look for some kind of kick that I have lying around in my folders. I love that sound stuff. It was pretty cool. So let's see here. Rock God might be exactly what we need. That one sounds cool. Okay, let's take this one. I just want a single sample, so no round robin or whatever. I just want to have a basic kick there, or to the floor, which is hilarious anyway because we're way too slow for that. But so that sounds nice. And then we can copy that over. Okay, so what we're going to do is leave a break before we bring in the rest of the stuff. Know what? This is a perfect spot for that bowl thingy. I love that. I wanted to bring that into the track, so definitely let's use it now. What I meant was this bull roarer. just want to put it into the break. I mean, I would have loved to have it like tuned down. Okay, maybe we need to start there earlier. That is awesome. So what we're going to do is start that there, and I actually bring the volume up only on the break. So we're starting earlier. That is awesome. I mean, I could do audio as well, but I can also just put it down there. So we have... Yeah, that is nice. Maybe do it a little bit later. There we go. Also bring in the flute effect here again, and don't do the rhythm in the flute. This is actually this was the elderwood flute. Elderwood flute. And this was the flute effects. Don't want to have the flute in the second run, but the flute effects. Okay, we need a final chord on the guitar, so let's record that for a second. Sorry. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Record that again. So that's pretty much it. Whoops. So copy that over to the other. That's why I recorded twice, to have the other one on the other channel. And obviously we need to bring that in on the one and fade it out. Whoops, there we go. And so that's cool. We keep the timpani and the shakers. Just the kick on the one. We will add like a crash cymbal or something. Camera has died. Let's check this. There we go again. Sorry for that. For whatever reason, the camera died. But should be there again. I will reconnect it. There we go. Okay. Back again. Now it's working. Everything seemed to have died. Did it? Wow, we're streaming for 3 hours and we have not a single drop frame. That is pretty cool. Where were we? Let's turn the guitars down a little bit here on the last note. I think we can turn them down overall a little bit up front. So let's hear the whole thing and put it on loop for now. So you need to listen it 10 times. And I'll be back in a second. Yep, moved that away. That should be there. And actually, the shaman would be double as well there. On the second repetition of this, I hear some kind of flute rhythm. So, I definitely want to have that. And saving, by the way. Always save your stuff. Flute loops and sound a little bit like Fruity Loops. Flute loops. Maybe we go with the Fujara loops on 120 in B. Let's try these. I think they work great there. Let's put them in the center, make them a little bit louder. Mouth harp groove could be cool. Okay, we will look into that. I think there were some in the loops, so we can find something there. I think there is some mouse harp already in here, right? No, it's not. Okay. Bring the shaman a little bit down. So the flute loops work great here. Let's see if we find some just some rhythm from the mouth harp. I know that there were some loops that had this in them already. Besides the fact that it sounds awesome as well. There is some mouth harp in here. Let's take all this stuff off and just keep the Jew harp. And maybe some breath. Let's see how that sounds. Need to turn that up a little bit and push it a little bit to the right. So let's put the flute loops. It still sounds like Fruity Loops. A little bit to the left, bring them up a little bit, and the Jew harp a little bit to the right. I could also load a Jew harp patch and try to come up with my own rhythm, but I am lazy for now. So we don't need to do that. Very, very last call, by the way. This is the last time that I mention it. If you have tuned in later, head over to this post on Facebook and leave a comment. If you do so, you might be one of the lucky winners of this very library that we are working on right now. So, so leave a comment there. One of the comments will win this very library, Dark Era 4, thanks to best service. Ram, buddy, you're really late. I'm nearly done. So let's listen to what we have so far. We will need to add some kind of cymbal or gong, tam-tam, something like that. Actually, let's do that right now. So we add, and I know this is not included in not included in Dark Era, so we will borrow that from, in this case, Spitfire, because I know these are going to work. And maybe rather the gongs than the cymbals. Turn them way down. So, we will put them here. We would love to, but it doesn't work. There we go. And we copy them over here as well. So, and maybe on the last note that we have so far. Again, this is what we have right now. I love that. Maybe turn the bowl roar a little bit down, a little bit loud. No, not the loops. I want to have the... I'll actually take a different one here. I think I'll just randomly select another. Not this one. Take this one. Not as loud. Sorry if I blew your speakers right now. Last time we can bring in the flute loop here. And the shouts. Flute loop goes there. Pick another one. No, actually, no. What? Don't use this. We going to use the didgeridoo loop here. Okay. Dude, you're late. So there we go. That is actually tum-tum or gong or whatever. So just recording some flute stuff there. So just random flute stuff. Turn that down. Just want to have a little bit of shaker still going there in the end. And that pretty much already is an amazing sound. So let's finalize the master a little bit. So we are nearly at 0. So let's I just recently got me the Abbey Road stuff and the Waves Abbey Road, so that's pretty cool. So there's nice stuff in there. And let's go with the master channel here and tweak it just a little bit to give it a little bit oomph. So we want the tone. Give it a little bit of high end. I wouldn't even do more on the low end. Bit more on the low end. And last but not least, let's add a little bit of a, what is it, maximizer in the end to, so I keep it at low latency just to make sure I don't hear me twice and can get a coffee in between I'm listening to myself. So let's see, what's the target volume? Nice one. Ouch. Now I'm so loud. So I'm going to turn off the maximizer again. So, that's, what can I say? It's a freaking great library. And I just love the sound of it. I will actually, sorry, thanks for the tip. I will actually change that to the Steinberg maximizer for now to make sure it's working. So yeah, that sounds better. The modern one, a little bit less release, so that's fine. And the output actually at -4, -3. That's fine. So this is the demo track that we did, and yeah, we still have something to do, which is someone actually has won the library. Not yet. Will win in a little bit. So there needs to be some drum roll. We still have 85 people watching on Twitch. There are 11 more, so we have overall 112 comments. Awesome, guys. So I think you really want to have this library. Once I hit this button, we have a random randomly drawn winner. So, guys, this is the track that we've done today. I let that run in the background a little bit. Keep the volume down a little bit. And when the track is finished, we will draw our winner for today. Eduardo Tarilontes, Dark Era. I personally just love the sample library. If you want to grab it and are not the lucky winner today, head over to bestservice.com. If you already own a library from Eduardo, you can get $50 off, I think, so it's $199. I like the guitar part in there, it's pretty cool, it works. Okay. First of all, thanks so much for watching and listening to today's stream. If you haven't yet, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and also click the bell icon for future uploads and future releases. There will be a lot of stuff coming soon, actually. So this is there is the subscribe button, so hit it. Hit the bell. We will be doing more giveaways in the near future, new libraries that we're going to test. There's still the next one that I'm definitely going to do is the Red Room Audio Traveler series. We will be doing something for that. But for now, drum roll. This is the post you posted there. We have 115 comments. So we filtered the duplicate users already, and what can I say? Let's freaking go. Francisco de la Torre. So, Francisco, I hope you are in the stream here. I will get in touch with you anyway. Congrats for winning this. And actually, you didn't even see it because I didn't have the cam on it. Sorry, you saw it in the background of the screen. So there we go. Francisco de la Torre is the winner of this library. Congrats again. And there we go, Francisco, there you are. Congrats so much. And for anyone else who didn't win the library, head over to bestservice.com, and if you already have one of the Era libraries from Eduardo, you can get $50 off. Otherwise it's $249. With any Era library before, it's $199 till the end of March. So